attend. Okay, let me repeat the beginning part. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Orientation Program of YPC 2023. My name is Anselmo Lee. I'm the chair of the YPC 2021, Soyoung Lee.
Hello, I'm Soyoung Lee. I'm working as YPC Organizing Committee. Welcome you all.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the website of Pop Dialogue. Okay, so this YPC in nutshell, so Global Citizen Education Program, especially youth SDG and human rights for youth to learn about role and responsibilities of future generations to solve global challenges and issues related to peace, climate, and SDG. And the target participants, as you know very well, between 16 and 25. And also you can participate individually or two-person as a team. This is a tradition of the YPC in 2021 to promote not only the individual participation, but also teamwork, to learn how to work as a team. The language will be both either English or Korean. If you're bilingual, you can apply for both. And the theme, traditionally we have a theme for, it is not our own choice. The theme was decided by the UN. As you know, 100 days before the International Day of Peace, which is the 21st of September. And this 100-day countdown message by UN Secretary General. This year, theme chosen by UN Secretary General is Action for Peace, our ambitions for the global goals. So here the global goals, the means UN Sustainable Development Goals. And then the message was already issued last month. And so main task is to read this message and write the essay according to guiding questions. Guiding questions I will introduce later on. And there are two types of essay. One is the written essay, traditional one. The other one is a photo essay, Because many youth, including myself, we take a lot of photos with the smartphone, and also photo is important way to communicate our message. That's why we want to give the two opportunities, the written essay, traditional one, and the photo essay. So more detailed guideline I will introduce soon. The first round is essay, and second round is a group discussion. So we will select essay according to assessment criteria, and then they will present their ideas according to their writing or photo, so that they have a chance to interact with the other participants from all over the world. And in terms of awards, so this is program in partnership with the UNESCO FCU, Asia Pacific Center for International Understanding, which is a global focal point for global citizenship education. The target 4.7, the SDG 4.7. So that's why we want to promote the peace as a part of global citizenship education, and also SDG and human rights as a part of global citizenship education in partnership with the UNESCO. The award will be given. Those winners will receive the award in the name of the director of UNESCO FCU and then other partner organizations. Timeline, as I said, 13th of June, but it happened to be, those who are following the BTS K-pop, it was a day of debut. So the last month in Seoul, there was a big festival, the BTS festival, but same day, the UN Secretary General message was out. But unfortunately, not many people know about the UN Secretary General. They know more about the BTS. That's why we want to promote the UN Secretary General message, which we think is very important for the peace and also SDG and also human rights. So 30th of June was the initial deadline for orientation, but the final deadline is obviously 31st of July. That means you need to submit the essay at the same time, the register, so that you can get all the information. So today we have a orientation for English speaking, and tomorrow we have a Korean speaking. And then 10th of August, we'll make announcements of selected essay. That means we'll go to the second round for group discussion. That will take place between the 15th of August and September 10. And then we announce a winner, September 10. And then there will be an award giving ceremony, the online and offline, on 21st of September. So we may organize kind of the webinar or symposium where the winners can present their essays. So this is the timeline, already started from 13th of June till 21st of September. So these are all online, but we hope if you get some sufficient funding, you can get offline meeting so that you can invite some of you, not now, but in the later coming years to this September 21, or the traditional POP, the Global Forum, or January or February next year or 2025. So let me continue to introduce the theme for IDP. Here IDP, there is another, the name for IDP, internally displaced person in the human rights, but here IDP stands for International Day of Peace, 21st of September, UN Secretary message. I believe you have already read this one, so I don't want to read. The key point is for traditional peace, at the same time, can you go down a little bit? And the middle, 2023 marked the midpoint in implementing the SDG. That's why this year we have an SDG summit, 18th and 19th of September. At the same time, 2023 is also 75th anniversary of UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. That's why in the message, you will find the SDG and human rights together with the peace. So also we organize our guiding questions for your essay. 1, human peace, 2, SDG, and 3, and human rights, so that you can reflect on these 3 topics, peace, SDG, human rights, in a more integrated manner. And this YPC is organized by the traditional partners in 2021. FCU is under the main one as an international organization, and the Peace Board, Pax Christi International, Global Network of Women Peace Builders, Asia Pacific, Asia Civil Society Partnership for Sustainable Development, which I'm working as a regional coordinator, Global Call to Action Against Poverty, TAB Network, and People's 20 on G20 Summit, Coalition for the UN We Need, Institute for Economics and Peace, Congo, Conference of NGOs in constitutive status with the UN. I see the President of Congo in the room, so I will invite him to say a few words. Okay, the Levy, could you say a few words as a partner organization and also 2021 and 2022? Levy, can you speak now briefly? Can you hear me? Yes. Unmute, please. Unmute.
glad to be here, Anselmo. Just continue. I'm excited. I will just post a question later.
Okay. So as I mentioned outset, so we have been organizing this YPC since 2021 as a part of Pyeongchang Peace Forum. Pyeongchang Peace Forum was held from 2019, 2021, and 22, last 4 years. But unfortunately, it did not continue anymore from this year. But the Levy, President of Congo, he has been the key participants of this Pyeongchang Peace Forum 2019 and 2020. But we continue to work as the partner organization for this YPC. And the Civicus, Basel Peace Office, and Youth Vision, and then PNND, Parliamentary Network for Non-Proliferation of the Nuclear Weapons, and the Action for Sustainable Development, Global Network on SDG, and International Young Christian Students, and International Movement of Catholic Students. And also we have several partner organizations in Asia, which are members of APSD. We are going to promote this one as a joint program. That means those who put their logos in this list of partner organizations, they can put their logo, and also they can use this one as their own training program, capacity building program. Many organizations, they have a youth chapter, or youth members. So we are organizing this one jointly among civil society in partnership with the UNESCO. So let's go to the next. Can you go down further? So these are the Asian partners. Okay, then let's go back and let's go to the announcements. The guide for essay writing. So if you go to the website, you can, this contact announcement. Already we put all the necessary information. Let's go down. And the first one is a poster we already introduced. A second one, 100-day message already introduced. The third one from the bottom. Yes, this is the guide. Oh, this is a full text. Can you open the images, design one? Okay, yeah, that's better. Same as the text in the announcement. Can you make it bigger? Okay. So let me explain briefly about this essay computer guide. As you know, this IDP, Internet Day of Peace, was established in 1981 at the initiative of Gyeonggi University, one of the prestigious university in South Korea. And the UN General Assembly adopted resolution to establish International Day of Peace 1981. So traditionally, as I said, UN Secretary always issue the statement 100 days before, and this is the theme is actions for peace, our ambition for global goals. But last year, theme was end racism and build the peace. As you know, during pandemic, there has been, a lot of the issues related to the racism and racial discrimination, especially Asian hate in the United States and Europe and elsewhere. That's why the topic last year was end racism and the build peace. So as already mentioned, the 100-day message was out this year, urging international community and especially the youth to participate in the 100-day campaign. Let's go down. And then 2023 is a midpoint of 2030 agenda. That's why we have a SDG summit. It is the second summit. The first summit was held 2019, but this is the second one. And then 75th anniversary of UDHR. And also 25th anniversary of UN Declaration on Human Rights Defender. That's why we emphasize the role of human rights defender, especially those who are participating in this Youth Peace Challenge. We consider them the human rights defender, the youth human rights defender. That's why we want to promote both UDHR and UN Declaration on Human Rights Defender. So these are short background. Let's go down next one. And there's a specific guideline for essay writing. So when you read this 100-day message, not too long, but it contains a lot of important documents, which means you are required to read the UDHR and also step 13 goals. If you are not familiar with them, if you have not studied them, this is a good opportunity for you to read them. And then once you read the essay and also those background documents, and then you can write this essay according to 7 guiding principles. First one is introduction. Why did you become interested in the topic? The short background, introduction, and then main body. Please go down. There are 5 main points for main body. First, we ask you to select issues related to the peace, either your own community, it can be school or your country or global village. Most important issue for you. Globally, of course, war in Ukraine is a top issue, ongoing issue. But in your country or in your community, feel free to choose anyone, community level, national level, or global level, and explain, why it's important. The first one about peace. Second one is the human rights. There are 30 articles in the UDHR, and they read UDHR and pick up one article and again explain, what are the issues. It can be freedom of expression, it can be the food, it can be freedom of movement, it can be racial discrimination. You can choose whatever article which you think is important. It can be related to the peace. So that means you choose a peace, the guiding question number 2, and then you can interpret peace as a human rights issue. And then number 4 is SDG. There are 17 goals and also 169 targets. So you can choose the most interesting or important goal or target and explain how you have engaged with such a goal or target. And also how we can achieve those goals and targets. And then number 5, this is an important one. So number 2, 3, 4, individually, peace, SDG, and human rights. But number 5 is a more integrated approach. So let me read. The 2030 agenda emphasizes the interlinking and synergy between peace and SDG and human rights. And then explain how they are interconnected and mutually reinforcing by providing a case study from your own community, country, or global level. So from the beginning, you can consistently focus on your community or national or global, or you can mix. You can choose human rights issue, community, peace, global, and SDG national. It's up to you, But whichever way you take, important thing is interlinkage, peace, SDG, human rights. This is, I think, the most important because UN 2030 agenda stress very much. There is no peace without sustainable development, no sustainable development without peace. And also human rights are embedded in sustainable development goals. So this is helping you to understand complexity of the global issues or no local issues. Certain issues can be better understood and assessed by the human right as a human right or peace or SDG. So this is the question number 5 is to help you to understand that so-called nexus approach to the issues you are interested, either community or national or global. Number 6, now this international peace, not many people know about this international peace. If you talk to your friends around the school, not many people are aware of this one. So idea is how can you promote this idea of IDP? So number 6, you are invited to make a suggestion, concrete, how we can use this 100-day campaign, the meaningful period, to promote the peace, SDG, and human rights. So this is the question number 6. It can be your own action, or you can propose to school, or local governments, or central government, or UN. So that, as UN Secretary General suggested, we use this 100-day campaign as an opportunity to promote the peace together with the SDG and human rights. In conclusion, after reading and writing this one, what we have learned, what lessons we have learned, or what are major findings through this essay writing? So you may have a now better understanding about the peace, SDG, human rights, or your better idea. If you already engage SDG, you may have a better perspective or strategies. The peace, SDG, human rights. This is a conclusion. So this is the educational process. So we want you to read this document, and also we want you to reflect your own commitment and life and the work together with your friends so that you can learn something useful to promote peace, SDG, and human rights. So these are the 7 guiding questions. You can follow mechanically, or you can, mix this one, and then you can make your own narrative. But all these 7 points somehow should be reflected in your essay writing. Okay, so feel free to write down any question and comment in the chatting. After explanation, I will come to some of your questions in the chat box. Now, guiding question for photo essay. Can you make it big? And also, we share this PowerPoint immediately after presentation. Soyoung, can you show the guiding question for photo essay?
Yes, please wait.
No, guiding question for photo essay. Okay, these are detailed guideline. The file name. Guiding question, Soyoung, please.
I think this one is the same as the poster.
Same as the poster. Okay, yeah, you're right. And then just show the next one. So in case of photo, can you show the guiding for photo essay? Guide for writing, application and writing. Okay, yep.
We have the same guiding questions for essay and photo essay, but the format is different.
Format, okay, this
So
one.
you can
Let
explain.
me explain briefly. In fact, you can download all this from the announcements, but we are explaining the sum of the information already available in the announcement. Okay, so these are written essay and photo essay. These are name of file. So when you submit your essay, so you have to follow this order, the type, whether it's a essay or photo, and your age, and the name, first name and family name in capital, and also country. So we can organize all your the essay according to this one. And the original format is a Word file and then PowerPoint. In case of photo essay, PowerPoint. And then when you present, you need to present original file and also PDF. That's very important. The length, the essay in terms of number of words, 7,000 and 10,000 words. Usually, I think the 4 to 7 pages in the A4 size. And each question should have the minimum 500 words. That means the guiding question, you can have a more word, maximum 2,000. But in case of photo essay, 1 or 2 photos for each guiding question. So that means a maximum 14 photos with the captions. The style, literary style, like a full sentence, and the photo essay, literary style or bullet points. And the font, line spacing, word spacing, and footnotes, the end notes, and the reference document at the end. So reference document is not counted as a number of words, So excluding this reference document, the maximum 10,000 words. So these are the guidelines, technical guidelines. And then let's go back to the PowerPoint about criteria for assessment. Original PowerPoint, please. Okay, so these are criteria for written essay, and there are 7. Clear understanding of the theme. So like any other essay contest, coherence and organization of content, use of evidence to support main argument and claims, critical analysis of the facts and topics, integration of sources, proper citation and referencing of sources, and the language and clarity, and originality and creativity. Okay, these are the 7 criteria. Next one is a photo essay. There's a 9 criteria relevant to the theme, and then visual impact, narrative and storytelling, and technical skills, and originality and creativity, and then emotional impact, message and communication, overall cohesion and presentation, and ethical consideration. So these are the 9 criteria for photo essay assessment. Okay, so these are the more or less what I wanted to present to you. Already there's one questions in the chat box. Let's go to the chat box. There's a which lamp-processing style APA. I think we can use APA unless, because we have a different types, but APA is I think the most common, right? Lahan, Tayab, you asked this question, right? Which reference style do you use in school? Okay, there's a so mostly APA, yes. Okay, so we revise this technical guideline. We make it clear, we encourage you to use APA, the style. And there's another question by Rehan in the chat box. You need to make a suggestion in the 6th stage of essay about target or topic we choose in the stage 4, or it can be any goal and target. Rehan, could you please explain? I did not understand very well. 6th stage means number 6, right? Rehan? Soyan, can you show? Yeah, this is a guiding question. So,
I think like we have to answer for each step. So at the number 4 question, we have to choose one goal or target. And he asks that, can we have to
it
be
can
the
be different.
same
It can be
target for
different,
the, or can we change?
It can be different, yeah. It can be different, yeah. Because number 4, you can explain about your engagement about specific goal or target, but suggestion, not necessarily the same goal and target. It can be any others. Yeah. Okay. So let me see other chapters.
And about the referencing style.
Yeah, APA, APA style. Okay. And then in the chat box, Alan Ray mentioned he left a very important statement. We have seen from the devastating impact of war around the world, including now in Europe, and peace disarmament. And SC16 is such an important topic. Yeah, of course. SC16 is very, very important. But feel free to choose any issue related to the peace, because we don't want to impose only one issue. This is the most important. For instance, those who are in Africa may not have a say in impact, so feel free to either community level or your country level or global level. If it's a global one, of course, the impact of war in Ukraine, of course, we can compare, how you felt, how you're affected by war in Ukraine in Europe, Asia, Latin America, and Africa. But this is not the only one, so you can freely choose the issue related to the peace according to your own preference. Oh, there's a follow-up question. Upper style, which version we use, 6 or 7? Of course, if you want to suggest the most updated one, 7s, but if we cannot access 6 also possible, but we will introduce 7th one. 7th one is of course better. So for official one, we use the 7th. Okay, let me invite some partner organizations to comment. Let me see. We have a lady, President of Congo, and also we have Alain. I don't know. Oh, he's not anymore. But I see that some participants in the room who were participants of YPC 2021 or 2022. So I want to invite some of them to share their experience, and then they can give us some tips. I see the Gianna Catolico from Philippines. He also YPA 2022. That means the winner of the Pyeongchang Youth Peace Challenge Program 2022. She joined, I think, essay contest. Gianna, would you like to share your experience 2022?
Yes, sure, Anselmo, Professor Anselmo. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if I'm the winner. I think the winner that time was Musna, and I was awarded the equality prize. So that's like second or third runner up, and I really did enjoy my experience joining the YPC. I mean, my interest with the YPC started when I first inquired directly to Anselmo because it said that the age limit was 26 Korean years, and I was 27 that time. But then Anselmo said I could still join, and then the rest was history. And you need to, of course, my tips for the succeeding generation or the prospective participants of the YPC, read a lot of articles, journals, or perhaps book chapters that would help you in crafting your essay. You need to research a lot. Don't narrow or decrease your perspective when you're writing the essay. Be open to a lot of various ideas, and of course don't forget. And during the debate, I'm not sure, and some of there will be a debate uh, round like last year. But then during the debate, I suggest that if you're not fluent in public or eloquent in public speaking like me, you can prepare a script and try to read it before the debate competition. Try to practice and try to at least familiarize with your answers. And also don't forget to research and widen your perspective on many ideas, and be creative. And you can play around with your answers. Don't stick to just one narrative. There are a lot of alternate narratives out there. That's my advice to prospective participants. I would like to pass on to Sean or Alexa if they're here.
Okay, thank you very much, Gianna. Meanwhile, I see another question in the chat box. How many essays will be selected for final award, or one or several? We have a tradition of the final winners, 10 winners. So 2021 and 2022, we have 10. Also this year, also we are going to select the top 10 for winners who receive the award from the director of the UNESCO. So that means we will, I don't know, how many exactly will be the group discussion. So we are expecting, I think 2022, about 80 or 100 participants were selected for group discussion. So out of 100, I think yeah, 10 were finally selected for winners. So we call them the YPA, Youth Peace Ambassador. So those who received the award, it's not the end of this exercise, but they will work as a team, the YPA, for 1 year, different seminar and different campaign and so on. You know? So my answer is 10. We are expecting 10, the final awardee. You know? It's okay, Rehan? Okay, good. And then I see also one participant of the YPA 2021, Sandini from Sri Lanka. Would you like to share some of your experiences? But 2021, that time we have the video competition and poster and the essay, different type. But this time we decided to have only 2, written and then photo essay. Sandini, can you please share?
Yes, Professor, thank you for inviting me. And I am one of the winner of YPC 2021, specifically SDGs Partnership Prize. And I totally agree with Diana's ideas. And it's true, you should read more articles and research more about your topics and your country's issues. And according to my opinion, you should aware about real ground situations and what are your specific problems your countries are facing about. And finally, I think this is really great opportunity to every youth to participate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sandini from Sri Lanka. I see also very interesting piece of information in chat part, and the lady from Congo put. The lady, could you please explain briefly, verbally? It's a very interesting initiative. The Maastricht Principles for Human Rights of the Future. I think this is very relevant to this essay writing, you know, especially human rights. And also you can use this one as one cases for your solution. Okay, Ravi, would you like to say or this?
Repeat that, Anselmo.
Yeah. The launch, is it still, that means 13th of July?
Yes.
So 3 days, it's a launching, that means already finalized, right? It is finalized.
Yeah, the 13th of July is finalized, and I'm inviting those who are writing essays because this will be the launch of a new set of principles for the human rights of future generations, and more than 50 former special rapporteurs, former high commissioners for human rights, and former what are called independent experts of the Human Rights Council of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights have written this set of principles, and it gives focus on not only young people but other future generations. So just like what I heard from Miss Catolico, get as much resource from available documents out there and enrich your essay.
Oh, that's really great. So we will use as one of the resources for the participants. We'll put in the announcement, resource book, so that people can use. But it will be available officially 13. See, it's available, yes. The text.
Anselmo, you will already be in New York by the 13th, right?
It's going to be in New York. Yes,
no, it will be a webinar, but I'm saying we will meet on the 14th. So I'm assuming you will be in the 13th. So it's hybrid. It will be at the church center. So if you're already available, come attend in person.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's great. You know? Okay, I will attend in person in New York because I'm going to be in New York for 10 days for high-level political forum on SDG. So, and then I don't think many will come to New York, so you can attend this one online. I will share, you know, so some photos from New York for next week. You know, They will make
But
it
I have a very simple question, Anselmo, because I mentioned the essay contest to my students at Kyanghi,
okay.
and they were very interested, but I only mentioned it to them 3 days ago, and they said, but the deadline to send an interest of June 30 is way over, so they were not sure whether they can still participate.
Of course, it's a deadline is in fact the 31st of July. So 30th of June is to invite them to this orientation program.
That's good. Okay, I'll tell them right away, because they're just emailing me their midterm essays, and I will mention to them that they can participate.
How is the summer? Are you coming to Kyung University to teach again this summer?
Yeah.
Which month?
Say that again.
When are you coming to Korea to teach at Kyung University?
Oh, yeah, I'm teaching online, but I will be in Korea last week of August.
Okay.
I'm attending the interfaith meeting where Ban Ki-moon and what's his name? Wook, the former ambassador at the UN for Korea and the special representative for disarmament. You know him.
What is your family name? So
The husband of the former ambassador of Korea to London. You know them, the husband and wife.
Yeah, I know. Kim Ji-soo. Yeah. Kim. That's the Kim.
So I hope you will be in Korea last week of August, then we can meet.
Yeah, let's meet. Yeah, I'll be in Korea at the end of August. Okay, now I see another partner organization, Alan. Alan, where are you? Hello, can you speak? Alan is from PNND. Or let me see the chat box whether there's any other questions. There's one question.
Sorry, Anselmo.
Okay, Alan, yeah.
I'm on a train. Connection is very weak, so you may not be able to hear me. So I'm participating mostly in chat.
Okay, yeah. All
We
right.
hear you very well, Alan.
Oh, okay. So hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm on a train, so the connection's not that great, but full support from PNND, which is Parliamentarians for Nuclear Non-Proliferation and Disarmament, and also Basel Peace Office for this project. If there are involved in working on assignments and want to learn a little bit more about the international peace in terms of between countries, we're working very much on that, and also on the disarmament issues. So we're very open. And I'm Alan at pnnd.org. So anyone who's writing essays, wants a little bit more information, is welcome to contact us, and we can indicate what some ideas, what some key processes are as well, or you can sign on to some of the webinars that we're organizing on these issues. Thank you very much. We're really supportive of this Youth Peace Challenge. Well done, Anselmo and your team.
Okay, thank you. There are also some more questions in the chat box. One is whether it's open to all continents. Of course, you're open to any nationality, but our limitation, we use only English and Korean. So that means those who participate should be able to communicate English. And the second question is, the content be divided into the age categories like last year? Yes, because as you know, age spectrum is from 16 to 25. So probably 2 age group or 3 age group. It's a 2 age group, 16 to 19 or 20, 25, or we can divide the 3 group, 16 to 18, 19, 20, 21, or 23, 4, 5, 3 or 2 groups, depending on how many essays we will get. How should we submit our essay? By email. Already we give the email, so we need to submit email by email in the attached file. Two. One is the original file and also PDF. So probably we will make a Q&A to make it clear. all the technical question, feel free to write down any question in chat box. We'll use your question to make a list of Q&A. And also we'll provide all the website of partner organizations like Congo and PNNB. You may find some useful information from those organizations because they are engaging the SDG, peace and human rights, and also this Peace Day campaign. So basically this idea is to help the youth to learn as much as possible what are really happening. So what kind of civil society organizations engage the peace, human rights, and SDG. So we want to provide as much as possible so that you learn as much as possible about civil society and of course the UN as well. Is there any more questions? Let me see. Lehan Tayab, are you from which country? There are a few questions written by you in the chat box. Rehan Tayab. Okay, then if there's no more question, from Pakistan. Okay, Leon Tayab. Okay. Do you have any more question, Leon? Are you okay now? Everything is clear? Okay, then please join the WhatsApp group. So we will communicate officially by email because you put your email address in the registration. At the same time, so we will also use a WhatsApp, which is very fast. So we will also communicate through WhatsApp in addition to email. And also we have a website. Please check regularly. So we'll put all the useful information in the website. So 3 ways: website, email, and WhatsApp, so that you can get all the necessary information in time for your essay. And also, as it seems there's some not misunderstanding, but because of this initial deadline, as already mentioned, some youth, they may think the deadline is over. So maybe we'll make a poster again, make it clear, deadline is 31st of July. So registration at the same time, submission of essay, the same, 31st of July. So please encourage your colleague to join. As I said, you can join as a team, 2 persons. So this is a really good opportunity to study together, so either individual or team. So we'll make it available, the revised the flyer or poster to make it clear the deadline for registration and submission is the 31st of July. So we have still 20 more days. Okay, there's one more question, Lomla Sita. Okay, Lomla, you send the message, the direct mail. So I did not understand very well. Can you please explain to me? Let me put down here in the question is, other than age limit, are there some other criteria that must be fulfilled or for one to participate in essay contest? So age,
Stelmo, when may have a minute?
oh yes, please.
I just thought of something, and I think I hope you welcome my suggestion.
Mhm.
And on August 31, Congo will be holding the third global thematic webinar.
Mhm.
You know, you've been a speaker in one of these thematic webinars yourself. And on August 31, we will be holding the third global thematic webinar on gender justice, youth and intergenerational solidarity, and the future generation.
Okay.
I just thought that I am suggesting I can give 15 minutes of all the winners to speak during the webinar and speak and deliver in 5 minutes each their essay.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
So it will be a specific segment. So this will be Congo's it's not a monetary award,
Mhm.
but it will give the three winners a chance to speak to a global audience, which will include UN officials, member states, and young people. The last two global webinars had more than 1,000 participants. So you will be speaking to a global audience, and I think I can squeeze 15 minutes to highlight the YPC, and then have the young people. There will be 3 segments: gender justice, youth, and then future generations. So the 3 winners will be in the middle segment on young people speaking about their fears and hopes for their future.
Oh, that's really great. But by the way, it will be, I think, the middle of the group discussion assessment, starting from 15.
Oh, so we still don't have the winner by then.
But starting from 15, but we may able to finish this group discussion round. If we have the final winner name, that will be great. So I will check.
Okay, all right. Let's communicate more about that,
Yeah.
between you and me.
I think thank you for the opportunity. I think this is really good
Yes.
for the winners of this YPC. So regarding this final question, Romna, age limit and of course the language, English speaking, both writing and speaking, and then no other criteria, no other criteria. Any nationality, the age between 16 and 25, and then submission of the essay in time. I think these are the most important criteria. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. I think with this one, we can end this orientation. So we will, as I said, we will update this in the announcement Q&A. Of course, first we'll communicate by email about Q&A, about specifications for those who could not attend today's orientation. And also we will continue to put all the useful information, like a webinar, and then this principle, all the useful documents so that you can use them for your essay writing. Okay. So thank you very much. All the best. See you. Keep in touch. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.